Well, up and Adam, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on Election Day. And Alex Guardiola, President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau of Central New England, live in the studio with us. And Alex, today is Election Day, and there are some Election Day scams out there.
Oh, yeah. It's, happy Election Day to everybody. I hope everybody goes out and votes, whatever you believe in. Please show your support for whatever it is and make sure you get out there. But with that, obviously, again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there are people out there who want to take advantage of your emotions or your real political views. And so elections are a big one that folks kind of prey on. And I know we all get these emails and we all get text messages. So there's a lot to be weary of, especially today on Election Day. So elections always seem to turn up the emotional heat across the nation, and this year's election is no different. And I think that it's probably even a little more higher than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, we're turning it up to 11.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. So the voices arguing for and against hot-button issues are loud and persistent, and when emotions run high, bad actors look for the ways to get the people's passion to trick them. So these scammers, they prey on emotion. The more people care, the more vulnerable they can be. People participate in polls and surveys because they want to be heard, and scammers can use that desire to build trust. People donate because they want their candidate to win and improve their country or community. And scammers are more than happy to take advantage of a competitive spirit or big heart. Elections are polarizing. There are winners, there are losers, there are fans, there are haters. It's easy to get swept up in the moment and take risks you might otherwise avoid. At the BBB, we can't tell you how to vote, and we won't. But we can tell you how to spot these common scams so you don't become a victim. The big ones are coming via email or text, but check your email links. It can seem like once a candidate or a political party gets your email address, you hear from them every time you check your inbox. They need your help. They want you to know their point of view through the poll or a survey. They want to know and see where you stand. They urge you to support their efforts and impact by, donating to their campaign, participating or sharing information. Candidates can be persistent because they want people to get involved and want to know that they are part of the system and process, and campaign emails help them move towards that goal. Scammers mimic these campaign emails not to get you to vote, but to obtain your personal information and potentially divert your contributions elsewhere. You might receive a poll or survey or donation request that appeals to your passion, beliefs, and desires to take action. Then they send a link, and you click on the link for the survey or to donate, and they start stealing your information, or they start taking money out of your wallet because of the fact they're preying on your high emotions, right? This is something that we all know. The one thing that we want to make sure that people understand is that they're always going to try to get into your wallet or try to get your information. And we all get them. I get the emails, I get the text messages. So we tell people, check your links. If there's prizes involved for you to do something, that should be a red flag for you. Don't fall for these prize scams. Know what pollsters need to know. They might ask for your demographic information or what party you're most aligned with, but they don't need your personal information like birthdays, social security numbers, financial information. No state offers voter registration by phone. Everybody, please, you can't register by phone. Do not let these folks trick you, especially today when you're saying, oh, geez, I think I forgot to register to vote. And then all of a sudden you see a link that said, hey, we can get you registered today. Click here, fill out all this information, and here's your polling location. Boom. They got your information. So we really try to make sure that we tell folks that it's important to do your homework. We say it all the time. Don't let these folks get into your wallet. Make sure you're calling your clerk at City Hall or Town Hall to find out where you're supposed to be voting. You can't vote via text. Please do not do not fall for these tricks. So there's a lot out there, but today's a special day. In the U.S., we have the luxury of being able to vote in this democratic process, but don't let these people steal your thunder or steal your emotional highs by taking all your stuff from you.
Exactly. All the same rules as usual apply. Too good to be true, and just all those red flags that Alex just gave you. Now, it is also Election Day, but we're also already, we don't even wait for Thanksgiving anymore. We're already into the holiday season, and so they start to come after us that way too.
Yeah, it's funny. So I was, I had to do all my leaves over the weekend because there's street sweeping here in the city of Worcester started. So I went to our local Walmart and just to get, I needed some new gloves. That's what the whole thing, because I was going to be raking for a while. I had leaves up to my knees, and I walk into the seasonal area where typically they have the garden stuff. Just Christmas. It was just Christmas.
Wow.
It was November 2nd. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, can I tell me please what the gloves are? And they're like, oh, it's a mechanical. I'm like, all right, well, thank you so much. But again, we're here. We're really here. And it seems like Christmas comes, holiday season comes earlier and earlier just because of the fact that it's really a consumer-based kind of holiday season, right? Let's try to get to folks right away. But we have a couple things that we want to make sure that people know about, and especially for moms, dads, uncles, aunts, grandparents out there looking for this season's hot toy. We have to be wary of these scams. Every year there's always a few must-have toys, and most kids' holidays wish lists. The hot toys that sell out fast become expensive and hard to find. In 2024, the hot list includes, things from, the roundup from CSCNet or Toy Insider recommendations, which include artificial intelligent powered toys that act like pets or tell you stories. There's a bunch of things like brain teasers, crybabies, Lego sets, you name it. They're out there and they're making sure your kids want them. So, we all want to do well by our children, and we want to make sure they have a great holiday season. So we try to but the problem being is that they are hot button toys and they go out and they sell out quickly. So, you decide after the fact that you go to all the stores. I heard you talking earlier about trying to retail, going down to Natick Mall or hitting whatever, Blackstone Valley. But they're sold out everywhere because that's the toy that everybody wants. So you decide to do a quick online search or spot an ad on your social media feed. It takes you to a website that miraculously has this toy in stock. The site may look professional and have original images of the product. It may even offer the product that's discounted prices, claiming last-minute deal or flash sale. Unfortunately, many of these offers are fake. In many cases that were reported to the BBB scam tracker, buyers thought they were ordering a high-quality toy. Instead, they receive a cheap counterfeit version. In other cases, the products never get shipped or the websites vanish. In either case, when your dissatisfied customer tries to follow up with the company, they found that the staff either did not respond or refused to give a refund or don't exist at all. They just took your money. So again, we give you some tips to avoid this. Be careful on social media. Scammers can do market research and may know what toy you're searching for. Instead of clicking on the link from a social media ad, consider opening a browser and going directly to the trusted retailer's website. Only buy toys from reputable stores and websites. The best way to avoid getting scammed when purchasing toys is to buy them directly from a seller you know and trust. And we at the BBB have the ability to help you make sure that these are real, legitimate companies. And please reach out to us. Don't be fooled by extra low prices, right? Too good to be true, right? Yeah. If it's Christmas season, it should be trending the other way, right? If you're on eBay, it's probably going to go the other way. So, do your research before you buy. We say it all the time. Homework. And then look for the BBB seal. Those trusted websites and those trusted companies are so important because we do the vetting process. We do the homework ahead of time for you, so you're dealing with a reputable, legitimate company that you can trust. So, that's really that one. And then the last one I had for you, Hank, is how to spot and avoid job scams this holiday season. The Amazons of the world or the retailers, they need, or UPS, or those companies, they need more bodies because they need to be able to ship these products or be able to get them on the shelves or make sure that there's a quick turnaround. So, when retailers and shoppers traditionally hire the seasoned workers to fulfill the shoppers' demands, they do it because there's such a demand on it, and whether it's online or in person. These jobs are a great way to make extra money, sometimes with the possibility of turning into a long-term employment opportunity. However, there are sometimes more than likely scams. That's sad to say. But, when looking for seasonal work to help fund holiday purchases and household bills, the BBB has some suggestions to make sure the seasonal job hunt is successful. We want to make sure that doing your homework. Make sure you're actually speaking to somebody from a company like that. And the other thing here is that, employers will never ask for a payment up front for a job. They're not going to ask you for, hey, we need $1,000 ahead of time so we can show you, for your uniform, any of that stuff. These are not real things. Be weary of job offers that don't require an interview. If it's on the spot, hey, we're going to do an interview or a call on WhatsApp, that should be a red flag for you. Never work for a company before they hire you. A legitimate company will not ask potential applicants to complete complex projects before making an official offer. So again, please, I understand that these are trying times. People need to make extra cash, or they want to, this is a good opportunity to maybe find a long-term employment opportunity. So they prey on folks, especially during the holiday season, and just like the election season, it's high emotions, and we all want to do the best for our families and our friends. So we try as hard as possible to do all the right things, but this is something that we have to be wary of.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very vulnerable because of those high emotions. Alex, quickly, we've got the annual meeting coming up.
Yeah, so a week from tomorrow, November 13th, we have our annual meeting and Marketplace Excellence Awards. Tickets are still on sale. We are running out quickly, so just be mindful of that. We have a capacity. It's at Mount Wachusett from 5 to 9 p.m. 5 to 6, we have our cocktail reception. 6 to 7, we have our award ceremony. And then 7 to 9 is our reception. We have dinner. We have Desi Garcia as our musical entertainment. So for those who love Desi, he will be our singer and performer, and it's going to be a great time to network and have a good time and kind of start really that holiday season. We're a couple weeks away from Thanksgiving, a good time to really get to know the other BBB members, and hopefully people will join us to have a great time with us.
Wonderful. Alex Guardiola, thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next Tuesday, and we'll see you on Wednesday as well. He's president and CEO of the Better Business Bureau.